So you're here for one reason and one reason only. And that is because in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get one of the best melee weapons that you can get in this game. And you can almost get it straight from the start. So what is it? Well, if you look where I am right now, I'm at a fishing dock. And at this fishing dock, it's located on these coordinates right at the top right of the map. What makes this weapon so good? Well, it's a melee weapon that is extremely easy to get. All you've got to do is come over to the fishing lady and then you've got to come down and buy it. And all you need to have to be able to buy it is 10 northern pikes. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly where you can get the northern pikes and then how you can get the blueprint. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to my base and let's craft the weapon. And let me show you also something else that is really good. So I'm at my house. Let's quickly go into the garage and go to craft this weapon. As we've now got the blueprint, all we need to do is go to the melee, and here we can see we need 10 ice and 1 northern pike to craft it. Right, so how do we make ice cubes? Well, firstly, we need a rain collector, we need a purifier, and then we need somewhere for the purified water to go, which I've got it going into this tank. However, from this tank, it goes straight into the brewery. In here, I've got plenty of purified water, as you can see. I've got to take that water out. Obviously, you don't have to, you can disconnect that and have it just go straight into here and it'll be purified water because it's running through the filter. Let me show you as well exactly how to get the things. So you'd need in logistics to start off with in your memetics, and then you'd have to go ahead and get a rainwater collection system. From there, you'd also need water storage, and then you would need a water filter. That is all you need to get purified water. Once you've got them, obviously you install it in the pattern you see. So it needs to be above and then below because it needs to funnel down for it to work. So it goes from the rain to the purifier, then to the water barrel. Once you've got the purified water, you want to go ahead and go over to your fridge and press G, as you can see there, to make ice. Now I'm going to go ahead and enter all of these, and then it's going to start making me ice cubes. Every minute you can see it will make a batch of ice cubes. And then I need to have 10. So I'll come back to you when I've got them ice cubes. I think while we wait for that, let's go ahead and head upstairs and let's go and do our Mr. Wish machine. So I'm trying to get this hat so I can get my shrapnel. So I've only got to do 10 more rolls to guarantee me it. However, I can get it before that. So let's hit that one. Damn. And that one, we got a purple. That's unfortunate. We got one. Oh, we got it. Let's flipping go, baby. Okay, so we've got the ice, and now we can see that we can craft the fish. We only need 10 ice and 1 northern pike. But we want to see if we can get the stars up any more before we go ahead and craft it to make it that little bit stronger. So all you want to do is you want to go to your blueprints tab. You want to go down to the fish. Obviously, you can click on the melee there. Right-click it. And then when you do this, every time you select these, it gives it bonus experience. Let's try and get it up to that. We can enhance it once. Bam, we've seen we've enhanced it once, so it's increased it a little. Has it increased it a lot? No. And here's what it does, by the way. So it's got crit rate 5%, weak spot damage 20%, crit damage 25%. It's got impacts and heavy attacks will freeze a primary target and generate a frost vortex. This can be triggered once every 4 seconds. Attacking a target with frost vortex will recover 5% of lost HP, but consume an additional 2 stamina. Let's go ahead and see if we can upgrade it anymore. We cannot. So every time we get more of these, I'm going to go ahead and try and get it to 5. Click on that and hold to confirm. We have now got the frozen pike. Let me equip that because that weapon is flipping insane. Not only that though, now we want to go over here and we want to go craft and we want to go to calibrate. In order to calibrate this weapon up, all we need is tungsten ingots. They are super duper easy to obtain. And all we have to do is, for instance, go to the northern part of the map, anywhere in really this area that we see right here, which is the red sands. And in the red sands, let's just say if I go to this teleportation area right here. 1 second, let me go a little bit closer to my teleportation. Here, bam. Let me zoom out. Let me go back up here. Right, so I'm going to teleport. Just simply walk around this area and within a moment you will find loads of tungsten. Like you see this right here. There's tungsten right here. Here you'll find loads of gold and everything. You'll find loads of tungsten ore. You just have to keep doing loops. If you want to make it easier, you can farm this. Go back to the teleporter and change world. I'll show you that in a moment exactly how to do that. I don't think it's really necessary because within a couple of minutes we're going to be full. Try and get yourself a solar drill that you can see what I've got. The only thing you have to be wary of with a solar drill, you can buy it by obviously going to the map. If you click vending machines and then you look at all the vending machines here, that normally people have got them titled where it says no refunds, thank you. They'll put, for instance, selling solar drill. Now if you can't find any in your world and you want to find some, well, then all you have to do is go down to the bottom here, click that, and then you can go ahead and look at the grade ones which are in different worlds. And then if you want to go to it, then you go to the teleporter and change the world you're in. Obviously I've got a solar drill, so I don't need to do this, but it's just a good little tip on how to do it. I'm going to come back to you when I've got a load of tungsten ore, so give me a moment. Bonus here, if you see the silver ore and you farm it, you've got a chance of getting a digiboy, which you can use in your base to go and collect you loads of metals and minerals, where you won't have to actually come out and farm it yourself. It makes it really good. And doing this also in the red sands, you've normally got loads of sunlight, so your solar drill is always keeping on top of it. There's aluminium. These are the digiboys that you can get from the silver. That will appear normally everywhere. As you can see, it's just floating around, destroying things and getting them loads of ore at the same time. On a side note though, you don't need to have them near to your base, the ores that you want them to farm. It's just optional. Apparently it gives you a little bit more yield. From what I've noticed when I've been near to minerals, it hasn't really helped. But it's just, you know, because they spawn it in themselves. But if it makes you feel better, then go ahead and do so. I'll cut back to you in a moment once I've got all the tungsten ore that I require. Just thought I'd mention as well, in order to craft tungsten ingots, you have to go to your memetics, and you have to go into infrastructure, and all the way at the bottom you have to unlock tungsten ingots, otherwise you will not be able to go ahead and upgrade this weapon. Well, you will if it's not tier 5. Obviously I've got it at tier 5. You might not even have the advanced workbench yet to be able to do that, and obviously the advanced workbench is on crafting, and if we go down we can see here advanced tools, and it's got the advanced supply workbench, and then obviously you got the advanced gear workbench here as well. So you'd need that in order to be able to craft tier 5s. Oh my god, I did not see them, and I can't move. They're not the best of things to have attack you, especially when you're explaining a video. And here at the teleportation tower, as you can see, if you press G, you can switch worlds to get more loot and go ahead and travel to certain locations. I'm going to go back to my base right now. I didn't want to just teleport back to my base because otherwise you have a 10-minute cooldown, and I want to keep moving around to show you how to do this video a little bit quicker. But you could just teleport if you've done a straight line and you're over encumbered, you don't want to go back to the teleport. You could jump on your bike, but if you don't want to jump on your bike, then it'd be a case of you having to go to teleportation to go back, so you don't have to have a 10-minute cooldown. Right, I'm going to go and craft tungsten ingots here at my electric furnace. And now tungsten ingots do require obviously 99 1 acid per ingot. Lucky for me, I can get loads of acid because I was quite lucky with my memetics rolls. You can see here at the top, I managed to get the Art of Stardust Decay, and I got the Sulfur Chemist. So all I need is credits and sulfur, and I can go ahead and craft tungsten, as we can see right here. In these, all I need is sulfur and credits, and then I can go and craft it. I should now have plenty of tungsten ingots. Obviously, like I was saying, if you go over to the calibration station or the crafting station, weapon crafting station, you go to craft this weapon. If you've not got the highest tier, then all you need obviously is the ice and the fish. And then obviously after you've got the ice and the fish, to calibrate it, if you were to click on the fish and it weren't tier 5, you wouldn't need tungsten, you'd need lesser of items. But this is just to show you. So right, I'm going to go ahead and calibrate this once. You need to calibrate up to level 10 to get the elemental damage increase. So go ahead and do that. You just keep crafting away and it keeps going up. The damage goes up and everything else also goes up. But with my tungsten, I'm going to go and craft this to level 10. Baby, this AR is beautiful. So lastly, you're probably wondering, how on earth do you get northern pikes really easy? Well, let me go to the teleportation tower and let me show you, because it's super duper easy. Well, firstly, actually, you want to craft yourself a fishing rod. As you can see on my slot 9, I have got a fishing rod, and when you pull it out, you extend it and you put bait on it. The bait you want to have is minced bait. You'll be able to buy it anyway at most vendors. You're going to go over to the supplies workbench, and you can obviously craft the baits that you can see in here, but you want to craft yourself the fishing rod, which is right here, and all it costs is a bit of wood and a bit of copper ingots, which you should have plenty of, or if not, you should be able to obtain obviously really, really easy. So once you've got a fishing rod and some bait, just go ahead to the map and go to Myers Market. I'm not going to walk there because I'm lazy. Just head over to Myers Market. And when you're at Myers Market, you simply want to just head on over to the other side of the village. If you follow where I'm going, just keep running up, run straight over, and down below you will see a little fishing port right there in front. I'm going to go ahead and just glide down there. Oh, there's a beaver, by the way. Guys, if you didn't know how you can get beavers, every single fishing port does spawn beavers. There is a cooldown, so when I collect this, it's not going to be here for about, I think it's 3 hours, like a gearbox. Every 3 hours they appear, and then all you have to do is go over to it and press F, and then you've claimed yourself a beaver. So not only do you know how to get a Digiboy in this, you also know how to get a beaver, and then you also know the fishing spot. So yeah, like I said, you can come over to this lady right here, Marjorie, and you can shop, and you can buy doughfish bait. However, I think mince bait is better. You can go and do that in other fishing docks. If you want to know where all the other fishing docks are, it's quite simple. Just look at the way this one is with that sort of dock here. All of the docks look very similar. You just kind of look for the bodies of water, and you will then go to it. So we can see there's another dock right there. And then like the one that we went to before, the dock is right there, and they all, like I said, they've all got that little hut on it, so it's very easy to identify. There's one along here, so you can just keep rotating around. But once you've got your fishing bait and you've got your fishing rod, come on over. I do it in this spot. This spot seems to be best for me. So let's quickly go here. Let's pull out our rod. Make sure you've extended it. And once you extend it, if you press R, you can select the bait you want. In this case, I'm going to be using mince bait. I come right into the corner. There's no specific reason. It just works best for me. And I like to be able to see into the water because you don't have to catch every fish. If you look in the water, every time you cast the rod, it spawns fish. You can see exactly what grabs onto your bait. So if you don't get the northern pike, press escape. There you go. I've got a northern pike, so I don't have to press escape. You pull it in the opposite direction of the way it's going, by the way. So if it's going right, you want to pull left. If it's going left, you want to pull right. And then you want to keep slacking it every time it comes in to try and not break your rod. So there's one. Let me just show you how quickly you can get multiple of these. You can see there's another northern pike in the water. Hopefully it grabs onto it. We're going to watch the northern pikes, and all we want to do is make sure it's one of them that grabs it. And bam, there we go. It's going right, so I want to go left, and there we go. I've managed to capture another northern pike, and I just want to show you the example of something else grabbing onto it. But this is your easiest way of grabbing northern pikes. Even if you do get the normal northern pike weapon, the fish weapon, and you want to upgrade it, you only have to calibrate and upgrade it with more pikes. So it's very easy. Every time, by the way, like then I just reeled in. If my wire doesn't look like it's in the water, I actually reel it back in because I don't like it. I feel like it glitches and it's not fully working. So let's see what else grabs our rod. There we go. We can see a long nose has grabbed it. So I'm going to capture it for the sakes of this video. I'm going to pull the opposite direction. Once I see it starting to come in, then I'll look towards it. And bam, there we go. We got a long nose. So I wouldn't have caught it normally. I would have seen it being another one. I'm going to throw it back because I don't want it. But in that case, if I just show you this example, when another fish comes to grab onto it, all you simply want to do is go ahead and hit escape, and then you'll let it go. Right, so I don't know if, yeah, I've got a northern. Are we catching it? There we go. I've got a northern pike. I want to try and get another one and cancel it. I don't, because I want to keep my northern pikes. They're pretty good fish to have. But it's just a good way for you to see. I'm going to throw this in. And let some other fish grab it, please, northern pikes. There we go. So we can see some little fish. I think it's a sunfish grabbed it. If I just press escape, it reels it back in and it cancels it. And then I can go ahead and cast again, no problem. I'm cancelling it because I don't want to do it. So guys, that is exactly how you get the weapon that I'm using, the frozen northern pike. Obviously the tiers depends on the calibration station that you've got. You can see the weapon feature's got impacts heavy, will freeze a primary target and generate frost vortex. This can trigger only once every 4 seconds. Attacking the target with frost vortex will recover 5% of lost HP, but consume 2 additional stamina. Its additional perks is melee stamina cost is mining 15%, speed bonus for melee attacks 6%, and elemental damage, a blaze, a frost shock blast plus 6%. It's got huge damage, and you can obviously go ahead and chuck on anything that's going to help it. In this case, as we know, it's got frost vortex. Well, then we want to try and find something that works with that frost vortex. This one here, when an enemy at the center of the frost vortex is defeated, deal 40% PSI intensity ice damage to enemies within 1 meter at one time. Obviously, because this is an AoE ability, this is going to be incredible, and it's got extra weapon damage, damage against elite enemies, and damage against great ones. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that to this weapon, and I can go ahead and enhance it as well if I've got any mod bits and perks. And when you do this, it picks one at random and it upgrades it, but you can upgrade them all up to legendary. Or you can't, you've got 4 chances. So you want to try and get obviously a better roll of this. But to get more of these, you go to the dismemberment station and just dismember mods, and you'll get more of them to be able to go ahead and do it. As you can see there, I've got crit damage plus 15%, so I've made that really, really good. And you could do it with anything. So guys, that is how you get the frozen northern pike weapon. It's extremely good. You can get it right from the start. All you have to do is head up to the northern part of the map, that part that I got marked there. You can see 7237 100. You need some ice cubes. You need 1 spare northern pike after your 10 to craft the blueprint. You buy the blueprint there for 10, and then you need 1 and 10 ice cubes. I've just shown you how to get ice cubes. I've shown you where to fish for northern pike. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below if there's any other videos or any other ideas that you would need help with, so I can go ahead and make that video to help you out. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace.